So yesterday, somebody I knew, an 80-year-old man, passed away. And also yesterday, somebody asked me about why attachment is such a big part of most people's life. And I wanted to speak therefore about waves. Basically, everything comes and goes in waves. Everything is a wave, whether it's a microwave or a macro wave, whether it's a tiny fraction of a moment or a longer seeming to be existing thing, which doesn't exist in time really, but from a relative mental perspective it does, where the mind functions in time, the consciousness that functions completely beyond time, which is now, the eternal now. But from the mind's perspective, the sun is billions years old, but one breath takes maybe a few seconds and it's gone. So why do people have an attachment to certain cycles and others they don't? In other words, why, if we have hundreds and thousands of breaths in and out each day, we don't have a problem with it? Why, if we have day and night and day and night and day and night and days past day and everybody lets them go and it's all okay? Why do we allow things to come and go? Because it's the very dynamic of our existence. The life that we know, the dynamic life of our body and this world as we know it in the formal sense, everything comes and go. Thoughts come and go. Sensations come and go. Ideas come and go. Objects come and go. Perceptions come and go. Sensations come and go. The only thing that does not come and go is awareness itself. The ever-present clear screen of awareness or consciousness, whatever you like to call it, that is just ever present. I call it pure receptivity. Just this imprintable clear screen that anything can appear on it and disappear, but the screen stays. But why then? If we know that everything comes and goes, every thought comes and goes, every body comes and goes, even the sun, as we say, will die in a couple of billions of years and burn up, if that's what we want to see from a scientific point of view. I don't necessarily agree, but hey, it's the way we see things in a way. Why then do we have such trouble letting some things go and others not? How come we breathe in and out and have no attachment, no pain for letting that go? Because the very existence of what we are is based on this dynamic existence. Not what we are as awareness, but the dynamic existence is the coming and going of waves. Smaller ones, shorter ones, longer ones, bigger ones. More pronounced, more audible, more seeable, more perceivable, more sensatable, but they're all waves and they come and go, and that's what makes the dance of our dynamic existence. And we do that every day, we let it go. But somehow, when your child, when your mother, when your father, when your wife, when your husband, when your car, when your house or something dies or burns down and disappears, we have such trouble. There's such a big attachment. Why? Because that cycle seems to matter. It seems that the smaller cycles are seen as a coming and going that is fine, perfect, in its own way. And we don't attach ourselves to the in-breath and the out-breath and the in-breath and the out-breath. We just let it go and it's life, because if you were to hold on to an in-breath, that in-breath would start to kill you. So you have to have an out-breath. And we know that, and we know that inherently, and we let it go. But somehow, when it's your car that got stolen, or when it's your house that burned down, when it's your child, that's a cycle that is of such a degree, a small cycle still compared to the life of a sun, or the hundreds of millions of years that people say dinosaurs lived on this planet. You know, those things are huge cycles compared to just a life of 80 years. And so we have an attachment seemingly only to the cycles that are larger or as large as our life or a phase of our life. So let's say a month, a year, 10 years, 100 years, and up to anything else beyond it. But we don't even worry about 10,000 years from now. Nobody does. But we don't worry either about the breath leaving. But we do worry about that middle segment. That middle segment where we say we can't accept that everything comes and goes in that segment, which is a delusion, an illusion. If you accept the in-breath and the out-breath, the day and the night, if you accept the song that is made up of different tunes, the dance of the different tunes, if you'd leave one single note there all the time, it would be irritating. So you let the song go. Sorry for my singing, I don't have a singing voice, but So why do we attach ourselves when we know the dance of existence itself is made of, this dynamic existence is made of things that come and go, and that's what makes the dance, that's what makes the play, that's what makes the beauty? Well, of course, usually it is because we don't know who we are behind it all. The clear, ever-present space of awareness, the eternal silence within, the screen, the crystalline screen on which everything appears, but itself never disappears. If you know the awareness that you are, if you truly sink inside this palace, this temple, this consciousness that you are, and remove all the objects, all the thoughts, and allow for a second to see what is there before all the objects, all the dances, all the sounds, all the thoughts, then you know your true place, the place of awareness within. And then the dance, no matter whether it's a small cycle or a big cycle, can be accepted much more easily. I don't doubt that when something that has been in your life for a long time may die or disappear, that it will have some kind of effect still on you. But you can let it go much easier. You can let it go because you know who you are. And you know that everything that comes and goes is not really what you are in its essence. You are it as well. We are everything. But it comes and it goes on the screen of awareness, the eternal presence, the ever-present, the omnipotent, the eternal, the infinite being of what you are that doesn't come nor go. And that is just the I am. I am is not perceived by thought. I am is not perceived by the thinking mind. I am is not perceived by my eyes. I am in itself is I am. I am aware that I am aware. That doesn't come, nor does it ever go. Only objects, thoughts, perceptions come and go. So whether big or small, whether the cycles are long or short, know who you are so that you can let go any and all of the cycles that have to come and go to make up the dance of our beautiful dynamic existence as a play upon the crystalline screen of your own deep divine true awareness, which we all are before any object has taken form. Yes, be what you are, the peace and silent, ever-present awareness of life itself.